How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Exela that ended up having a green day inside of the market. And to let you guys know, I ended up taking a position because I'm like, you know what? I want to be in there with you guys. So I ended up buying 100 shares at $2.95. So let's see what happens with that. So before we get started, of course, let's go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and we also want to know what to look forward to, especially as this week comes to a close. And then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. This is very key. We want to know the short interest. We also want to know what the borrow fees are, and we want to know what the history actually looks like. And then afterwards, we're going to be going over the order flow distribution. This is very key. We want to know, have institutions been loading up on Exela? Well, we're about to find out. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going over the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Exela. So let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $2.92, being up 6.18%. On the low, it tested $2.71, and then on the high, testing $3.13. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, we traded at 69.203 million shares. And as far as for the average over 10 trading days, it is usually around 208.02 million shares. So it was great for the fact that, yes, we did have below average volume, but at the same time, because we had a lot of buying pressure coming in, we saw some upside today. So now when we take a look at the indicators, you can see from our RSI down below, we're right around 55.62. Of course, we've been cooling off with the RSI being all the way up to highs around 76.91 when it was running up. When we take a look at the indicators on our chart, we're using the 1-year daily chart. We are above the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. And one of the things that are looking really good and why I'm bullish on Exela is that we're above the 21-day EMA. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys here. And where we actually close, you can see we're sitting right on support. So this 290 area did a really good job holding up for a good portion of the day. And I actually went in with a position because I'm like, you know what? Let's get this movement going. So I ended up putting in, I think it was around $2.95 with 100 shares. So what were you looking forward to? I'd love to see Exela get back into the $3 range. You got to $3.13, but of course it ended up being hit with a lot of selling pressure. There's a lot of selling in this area. We saw this at $3.13, and then we also saw it at $3.10 as well. So taking everything into consideration, if it could just hold up this 290 level, especially going into the end of after hours, then of course I'm going to be looking forward to seeing a test going into $3 going into tomorrow, and hopefully we can get past this area of resistance at 313, but also we will end up seeing some resistance right here around 314. So I'll be looking forward for us to get past 314 and then see what we do if we can get to 320, and then I'd want to see the price action from there. But do keep in mind the level to really keep an eye on will be here right around 325. Once we get to that 325 level and there's a lot of buying pressure and there's a lot of volume, then I'm definitely looking forward to seeing 350. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for Exela. So we can see the short volume ratio here being at 30.03%. As we scroll down on the page, short shares availability updated 23 minutes ago. It's at 1.5 million shares. As far as for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 19.45% updated 23 minutes ago as well. So still significantly high there. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see from the 19th being at 29.47. Now the 20th, it has gone up being at 30.03. So taking this into consideration, yes, it is around 30% for the short volume ratio. So it still continues to have short squeeze potential. But do keep in mind, this does open the stock to a lot of manipulation. So I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Exela. So we can see here on the inflow, we have 53, and on the outflow, we have 46. So it was an inflow day. So we had 19 on the large for the inflow side. We also had 27 on the medium and 7 on the small. As far as for the outflow on the large, we had 15. On the medium, we had 24, and on the small we had 6. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see here for July the 21st, we had 3,763.74. So it was a big time inflow day. We also saw this on the 20th, the 16th, and as well as the 15th. And the only outflow day that we had during this period was on July the 19th. So what I want to look forward to, I want to see another spike. We did notice what we saw today was an area of resistance for XELA, especially right at that 315 and that 310 level. I'm going to be looking forward to also being dependent on a strong market here. I want to see those areas actually get passed. But hey, we're going to have to be patient and see what happens. And like I was saying previously, I'm in this play with you guys. So of course, we'll see what happens, right? So let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for XELA, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it does, especially as this week comes to a close. One thing I did realize, we did see a lot of selling pressure at those areas of resistances that we saw today, especially like I said, 315 and as well as 310. So if we're able to actually surpass these particular areas, I'm looking forward to see some momentum to the upside. And the matter of the fact is, there's many people telling you, yeah, we are holding, but at the same time, when I take a look at the numbers, it's saying something else. But one thing that is really good to see, we see institutions are loading up on shares, and they've been doing this for quite some time. So yes, we didn't end up seeing as big as a spike that we wanted to see, but we could definitely look forward to seeing it come sometime towards Thursday and as well as Friday, Thursday, of course, being tomorrow. But do understand, if the market conditions are not the greatest, we will not see this spike, and we'll have to look forward to actually seeing it sometime next week. I was taking a look at the SPY, taking a look at the index to be exact, as well as the ETF, and then I was comparing it to the chart that I had for XELA, and again, they move very similar to each other. So a strong market means XELA will have good movement. So taking this all into consideration, we went on Fintel with the short interest information. XELA continues to have short squeeze potential. There's a lot of shorts who are vested in this play, and they're almost paying 20% in regards to borrow fees as well. So we do know this stock can be open to a lot of manipulation, and it's part of the reasons why I was saying you can end up having a big time inflow day, but you'll see, well, you know what, the stock might be down, or as far as the price action, it just doesn't look natural. So taking this all together and what we know, we have to have a strategy around that. So when I went in with the 100 shares at $2.95, I just said, you know what the hell, let's see what happens going into tomorrow, and especially as this week progresses. And I also did it earlier in the day, like I think it was around 290, I don't remember it exactly, but I ended up getting stopped out because, you know what, I had my stop loss set, and then it came right back down. Like I said, we saw it go to 315, and then it came back down, and I'm like, all right, when it got close to the end of the day, let me just put this order in and then see what happens. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll look forward to see what XELA does tomorrow, and yeah, we'll talk.